Hello guys, you're watching the Geek Cinema, and today we're talking about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Yes. This one I've just watched for the first time, really. I enjoyed it. I thought it was real good. I think it's a solid piece, and I think, for what it's worth, I don't think it's as good as the other three. I'm not going to lie, I'm just stating it as it is. I don't think it's as good, and I think I would prefer with them the original trilogy, really. But this is an add-on. And it continues on from when Caesar's passed away. They're all saying their goodbyes at the beginning. There, we have a human that is basically from The Witcher, from a show I like, Ciri, but I forgot her name in real life in the movie. So Ciri, I'm gonna call her throughout this video. So the human woman, I'm calling her Ciri for this video. So that's why, if you get confused. And we also have another ape, of course, who has. They're important with these eggs. They seem to need. These apes are trying to take, but one of them's like, no, you can't take them all. You have to leave some for evolution and stuff like that. And that's an interesting one as well, because then he has to go off and find a different egg, and it's more hassle. And eventually, when he comes fisticuffs with the human, the egg gets broken. He has to go back off to try and find one. By the time he comes back, his tribe is getting attacked because that human has visited. So when our main character sees that human again, it's not on the best terms. It takes a while because he meets another ape that convinces him to basically talk and bond with this human, which eventually he does throughout this film. And of course, I think this main character is called Noah, as far as I know. Obviously, I watched this for the first time, so I'm like, names. But Noah is definitely a descendant of Caesar. It's got to be. There's a look-alike there. There's got to be a family heritage thing going on where you can see Caesar within him. And he has quite a lot of morals of Caesar as well, in a way. Anyway, that being said, Caesar in this does play a big part even after death. Centuries on from this film takes place. I'm glad they kind of jumped ahead with this. It shows where we're at, and stuff. It's decent. But of course we have Caesar's legacy being tarnished in a way, manipulated, like a religion of such, taking things the wrong way and then going forth with that belief, or literally manipulating certain textures to do your bidding, if you want, by the villain. The villain literally uses Caesar's words to manipulate and take control. However, Caesar's words, ape stronger together, is actually a thing that reverses and turns on the villain at the very end of the film, which is what I like. I think that's quite neat and tidy, and it also makes Caesar kind of technically still doing the good work, even after death. Apes all come together, as Caesar says, to take out the villain, which I think is quite nice. Basically, this is a low-level threat movie, to be fair, with it being about a vault full of weapons, full of information. And you could say, well, that's for the whole world sort of thing. This is just one little place and one little thing. But yes, it could make the ape more powerful and more stronger. And I guess eventually it could create bigger things in the long run. But it really feels like a low-level state. We need to stop the apes from getting in the vault. So the human that he's Ciri and Noah have kind of had a connection to try and take out the vault and sort of thing like that. However, Ciri takes something from the vault, information, which we later see towards the end of the film she gives to her human people that are all working as scientists and doing something. So I guess we're leading into a second film. This is the beginning of another set of trilogy from the Planet of the Apes. This time the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes trilogy is going to happen. But yeah, also with this, the villain in this was okay. He was just a typical godly figure. You had a stupid human helping him, which eventually gets killed by Ciri, which I wasn't expecting. I thought that was pretty cool of her, because, gives her more weight, and she's got a cause, she's got a mission. And later on, when of course Noah and Ciri, after Noah tells her not to flood the base because his friends, his family are all in there, and she just runs and says, I'm sorry, I've got to do it. I can't let the baddie of the film have all these weapons and stuff. So she blows up this dome, the dam, water breaks through and takes out the base, I guess you could say. That being said, it takes out his people, and his people have to climb up to the top. And that's where the villain is at. and he takes on Noah with this battle, and eventually they all stand together, like Caesar's words, apes stronger together, and they take out the villain. And then they get to just go off and make their place bigger and stronger, and the humans have that information from Siri, which she gives to the people, and becomes whatever's going to happen next, I guess. But there is them words again of Caesar, ape and human better together, which hasn't happened yet. It's still like Noah's like, oh, do you think that's possible? And then Siri's like, no, I don't know yet. But she secretly had a gun in her hand ready to shoot if she needed to, which shows there's no trust there yet. Really, they've been through so much, but they still don't really on the same side yet. And I think that's just very wise to show where our characters are at the end of this film. Yes, we defeated the villain. Yes, we done it, but we still don't trust each other. We still don't. One believes this needs to get back to human society. One sees that the humans treated the apes in prisons and stuff, but actually it wasn't really like that. We didn't, we keep them in captivity to help them and stuff. You're not all bad, worse humans, But anyway, from their standpoint, they're in cages, they're in this. So they're like, whoa. So there's different parallels here, and we've got a lot to build on if we're going to do a second film of the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes to get it going, humans and apes together, which I guess is the main point of this film's going to happen. With the third one, I reckon they're going to do it to a third one, so yeah. What do I think of this film? I think it was a slow burn at the beginning, a real slog and struggle. I was zoning out a few times, I'm not going to lie, and I think the Disney stuff has kind of been the same from the other films. I think they've done that well, I think it continues on. And Noah's a good character. His friends were just okay, his mom was there, they're just, the side characters that, The other big ape that was convincing him had that symbol of Caesar. The symbol of Caesar was from the first film. With the he was always looking out that window, and the window had a symbol on, and that's become Caesar's symbol, which I quite like. I like that aspect. And that guy was trying to tell Noah the real truth about Caesar, because his legacy's kind of been tarnished and misled and other stuff by baddies and all sorts. So other people, it's been so generations, words and stuff gets lost if you haven't written it down, or pass the legacy a lot with the proper truth, I guess. So but this other guy's telling Noah about the real legacy of Caesar and stuff. So yeah, what am I going to rank this out of 10? I'm going for a 7. I think it's a 7. I think it's better than an average movie, but I don't think it's the weakest of, if you count the other trilogy as well. I haven't counted the originals because I haven't seen them, the OGs, the old ones. But I'm saying from the original, from the other Kingdom, from the other Planet of the Apes films, and this is the weakest if you count that as a 4th film. Is it a great start to a new trilogy? It's a start. It's a start, but we will see what the second one brings. I think this is what it is, and I would just watch the first 3 if I were to watch them all again, unless this trilogy starts picking up. But I think it is better than an average film. It's not bad or anything, it's just, why keep going if you've already hit the nail on the head and finished it well? Why go for an extra lap if you're going to tarnish it, So we'll see what happens with the next one, because there probably will be, or at least by this video, you don't know, it'd be announced or something. So yeah, that's my thoughts and opinions, guys. I enjoyed it, it's fun, but I just think you can't touch the other 3, so why are you trying for more? But there is some sort of story there, and it is interesting to see what the humans are going to do next. And the apes just want to build and live now and do their own thing, unless there's another big baddie to tarnish that to come. But yeah, it was interesting what they did with this film. That's my thoughts and opinions, guys. Let me know what you think down below. And as always, I'll see you guys in a review very soon. Have a nice day. Also, we do Marvel, Doctor Who, Rick and Morty, you name it. Really is a place to be for a geek like me. So join the journey and subscribe. See you guys next time.